Hey everyone, it's Danielle Pfeiffer, and I wanted to jump on here because we just finished our calls tonight. It's Wednesday night. I don't know what time it is. It's 11. I need to go to bed, but I can't sleep because I am so pumped up after listening to our calls tonight. And I wanted to jump on here because personally, I've talked to 5 people this week about getting started who have done or trying to complete right now their action plan with their whys, their 100-person list, dream team, and schedule. And I just want to come out here and say what's next. So Marie Nair and I have been working together to really streamline and simplify. And we've been working with Tammy and Carlita as well and some of the other MVPs. And you're going to notice that there's going to be some tweaks to some of the tools we use just to make it more streamlined and simple, because we know that we need to duplicate. And that's how we grow businesses. And I've just, in these conversations I've had these last few days, there's a common thread that I'm hearing from new people. And you know what? I had it too. And if you're not new, you're watching this, I bet you had it and maybe even still have it. And there's a couple things. One is that I'm going to take a lot of weight off your shoulder right now and tell you, you don't have to decide for people. I mean, that's what's so great about this is you don't have to decide for them. It's just your job to share an opportunity, to share products, to give hope to people, and then they can decide if they want it or not. You don't have to decide. So right there, that takes a lot of weight off your shoulder for making decisions for other people. And then the other thing I want to tell you before I tell you what's your next step is stop making it about you. I know you have goals and dreams, and you're doing this because you want something more or different for your life and your family. But really, sharing Arbonne's about others. And how dare you keep that from them? And I'll say that because I've been saying that to myself. In December, I didn't work my business. I had my own stuff going on. I was stuck in my head and I was emotionally not feeling the best. And I just was exhausted and I did not work my business, which also meant that when I heard people talking about wishing they could afford stuff for their kids, I did not speak up and tell them I have something for them. And I overheard this poor girl, she's telling me how she works at this store and this store and this store, and she's working like 18 out of 24 hours and all this stuff. I did not speak up. And I woke up in January and said, oh my goodness, how dare I? How dare I hold that from others? Sharing Arbonne, although you're going to build a wildly successful organization if you share Arbonne. But each person individually has to be about them. And when you get to the point in your business, and you will, as long as you don't quit, you'll get to a point, if you haven't already, where you go to share Arbonne with somebody and they don't want it, and you don't feel bad for you. You know your yes is around the corner, so you just need to keep asking. You actually feel bad for them because you saw this need for hope, and you have hope, and you want to give that to them, but they don't want it. Oh, you feel awful for them. And that's how you're going to grow a business, is by making Arbonne about other people. Yes, it's starting from a place within you to want something more, but you'll find your yeses. So you don't have to worry about each person individually for you. You got to worry about it for them, especially when you love, oh my gosh, when you love people and you just know what this could do for them and they don't want it, that's hard because you want it for them. So keep those two things in mind as you're starting this business out. Although you're starting it for you, it's not about you. Arbonne works. People are successful with this company. People say yes to it all the time. You said yes to it. Just know your yeses are out there. You just have to ask enough people. So it's not about you. It's about them. How can Arbonne help them? And then the second thing, you don't have to decide for them. So your job is just to share, educate, lead people to a decision that's best for them by connecting for them whatever needs and desires they have, and how Arbonne might be the vehicle to help them. Okay? So what's next? Now it's time to pick up the phone and start talking to people. So you have your whys. You know why you're doing this. You've shared your whys with your upline. You have your 100% list. You've gone through and you've starred them and you've made Dream Team. And now you have your schedule. So you know when you can work Arbonne. You've put your priorities on there: faith, family, job that pays the bills, and Arbonne. If you are someone who puts faith, family, job that pays the bills, Saturday morning tea, Friday night, happy hour, and then Sunday we watch football, and then, and then I do this club, and I volunteer here, and I do that, and then Arbonne. If Arbonne's 10 on your list, Arbonne is a hobby, and that is okay, because Arbonne can be a hobby for you. That's perfectly fine. But if you want to grow a successful business, if you want to be an area manager or above where you're making thousands of dollars a month, not hundreds, you need to put Arbonne forward. That's how you build a business. So if you're ready to do that, what we're going to do now with that list, we're going to start with your dream team people, and we are going to work them through the funnel to fill your calendar. And so I'm going to share with you the my screen here, not my text messages, sorry. If you haven't gone over the sheet with your sponsor or even your VP, your RVP, please let us know, because we want to make sure you understand the cast the vision sheet. This is one thing that you're going to see a little tweak on coming up here pretty soon, probably. But we want to go over that with you. And then what I've been talking about this whole time is the action plan. So if you're to this point, you've already done the action plan with your whys, your 100-person list. You've done your dream team and star people. You figured out when you can work. Now for this calendar portion here, print off 2 months. So whatever month we're in the next month, and put those priorities on a blank calendar. Don't use what you're already using, because when you really put just your priorities on the calendar, it lets you see where you could work Arbonne if you chose to. So please print off this month and next month, put your priorities on the calendar, and then we're just going to go back to that 100-person list, and we're going to look at people with the most stars. Those are your dream team. Now, what I want you to do for a minute, for each person on your dream team, I want you to think, why would they be great for Arbonne? And what could Arbonne possibly do for them? And I want you to jot notes down. So I worked with somebody earlier tonight. I'm not going to use any names, but she told me about somebody, that's a massage therapist, and that she's tried other network marketing companies, but because she's into health and wellness, she could see how this is a fit, and she's just so fun and easy to talk to, and there's definitely a need there because she's tried other companies, right? So now you kind of have a little bit reason and why it's about them and you. Or maybe another person, she said, so and so, they love the protein already, and they're a yoga studio owner, so they're already business minded, and it would just be a natural fit. So and so, another person, needs to pay off their student loans, and they're just so fun, and people just want to know what's going on with them. They just light up the room. So know about your dream team people, what makes them so amazing. Okay, so take a minute before you start your reach outs and write down the top 10 on your list, and really write it down so you can look at it and think what you love about them so much. And then you're going to use your booking wording. So this is to get you started. And I know with verbiage, when I first heard about verbiage, I thought this is so cheesy to use verbiage, but really it just helps you be concise, and it helps you give the key points. So if there is something on here that you would not say, and it's going to sound so fake because you would never in a million years say it, then don't say it. But just follow the gist of the verbiage. So there's a couple tips here that you can read on your own. But when you get to the verbiage, you are going to start with the people with the most stars, because you've already identified qualities in them that would make them really good at this, or maybe a need. So you want to start with them first, because we want to get your calendar full of activity, because we know that activity is how you're going to grow this business. Like, that's what's going to grow the business. So you're going to start with asking them to look at the business opportunity. And I'm telling you, this funnel of working people through this system of asking about the business first is professional. It's efficient. It helps us just walk through to figure out where people are at. So if you need to pretend like you are working for somebody else right now and not for yourself, sometimes it's easier when you think like, oh, this is my job. Like, my boss told me. You are your boss, so tell yourself that I need to call these people and say these things. So you're just going to call, and you're just going to say, I'll talk about the massage therapist. Hi, Sue. Trying to think of her name. Hi, Sue, do you have a minute? She's like, sure, what's going on? I just wanted to reach out to you because I just started my own health and wellness company with Arbonne. We have amazing botanically based products, and I'm really excited about this because my family needs we just need a little bit more cushion. We need a little bit more cushion each month. And I just see this as an opportunity to do that for us. I don't know if it'd be a fit for you at all, but I thought of you because you're already in the health and wellness field. Being a massage therapist, you are already working with people to live healthier lifestyles. And besides that, you are so fun and easy to talk to. I just think you would be great at this if it's anything you wanted to do. So I would just like to share Arbonne with you and tell you more about it. If it ends up not being a fit for you, I completely understand. I wouldn't say it won't ruin our friendship to this person, but maybe you would. So again, this is where you can adjust the script to meet your needs. But I would just love to share it with you because I think you'd be great. I'd like to invite you to, and this is where you have to decide what you want to do ahead of time before you talk to somebody, because you'll get what you ask for or less, but you'll never get more than what you ask for. So if you want to invite them to have coffee with you that night, then say, I'd like you all to come have a cup of tea with me tonight so I can tell you more about it. What do you think? If you want to invite them to the next Wednesday night live Discover, I'd love to invite you to get on Wednesday night at 9:00 and listen to what this business opportunity is. You know what? I would love to invite you to jump on a Zoom call with my upline because I need to learn how to share this information and he or she will be able to speak to this better. What do you think of that? Would you do that? So you have to know what you're going to ask them to listen to. And then if they say yes, great, set that up, move forward. If they say no, that's okay. I understand, but I'm really excited about it. And I know you would love the products, and I would absolutely love your support. One of the best ways you could help me is by doing me a favor, by getting together a few friends to sample some products. We can do, and this is where it comes down to who you're talking to, like this person, health and wellness, I might say, we could do a healthy happy hour experience. This will help me meet some new people, and I'll help you and your friends earn free products and discounts. Would you consider doing a little get together? And then put a piece of duct tape over your mouth. Every time you use a question, duct tape, so that you can really listen. Yes, great. Lock it in. Set up a date. They say no, then you're going to say, you know what, that's okay. I'm actually hosting my own, this says spa product sampling. So I guess we can tweak that too. I'm hosting my own healthy happy hour on whatever the date is. I know you just love the products. I'd love for you to come try them and see what Arbonne's all about and what I'm doing. Could you come? And then if they say no, you're going to say, I'm sorry you won't be able to join us, but I'd still love to chat and share some information. Can we grab a cup of coffee either Saturday or Sunday? You got to know what works for you, right? Be prepared for that. And then if they say no to that, the last thing you're going to want to do is you're going to either want to offer them samples and ask for a referral, or just ask for a referral. So if you're new, you might not have any samples yet, and that's fine. But if you have samples, you could always say, I have some samples. I'd love your feedback. It'll help me learn how to recommend these products for people. Could I drop them off to you? And you can just let me know what you like about them. When they say yes. Or if they say no, one or the other, you say, okay, before we hang up, I could just really, and who do you know that could really use some hope, with either their finances or with their time? I'd love to share this with them. And if you don't have samples, you can just be like, you know what, thank you so much for your time. I'm so excited to start helping others with this. Who do you know that could use some hope with their finances or their time? Again, duct tape, shut your mouth, listen. So this system is very simple. And based on wherever they say yes, you know where to plug them into your calendar because you've already gone through and found out where you have time where you can do a group presentation. If they say yes to that, plug them into there. You already have time when you could do a business builder one-on-one or Zoom call with your upline. Plug them into that. So you really be prepared and plugging people in and expect people to say yes. Because when you expect people to say yes, they will say yes. So I hope this is helpful for you. If you have any questions, please reach out to Marie Nair or myself, and we can clarify anything with you. But we just want to see you guys be successful. We want you to be able to duplicate this. So follow the system that will allow you to book the activity for whatever's best for the person you're talking to and fits in your calendar. Because 40 faces, right? That's our goal each month, 40 faces. And that 40 faces will produce a multi-million-dollar health and wellness home-based business if you do it consistently month after month and you stay the course and give it enough time.